again. Still not used to that.
Welcome, Kratos. Honor me with another sparring match.
How many times do I have to
I have
fight
another
you?
cherished weapon from my travels to show you. Ready to see?
I'm dead. All that hard work just to die.
Arms up! Just a subtle shift in weight. Having fun yet?
Oh! Oh! Oh, you ain't gonna hit me again! Oh, take that Hades retribution, bro.
Defend yourself. Tell me, Kratos, truly, how did it feel to plunge your homeland into darkness?
I did not intend the land to suffer, but I was indifferent, consumed only by rage and retribution.
That is not what I asked. How did it feel, in that moment, your soul given over to darkness?
What's that?
Bringing a darkness over everything you could see.
Wait. Oh, that is sick.
Brother, find the light.
Oh.
Be ready. Don't hold back. I won't. Darkness come. Your curve.
Where's the light?
Get
Where's
out
the light?
of the darkness, brother.
Arms up.
Stop doing that, bro. That scares me.
Your shield, brother. Use it, yes?
Your curve.
Brother, find the light.
Defend yourself.
Run, bro. Oh. You know how much that pisses me off, bro?
I yield. I yield.
Good then.
I don't think you were indifferent, Kratos. I think you were hurt. Deeply hurt. And you handled it unskillfully.
Wait, is that you restoring the sun? You took Helios's chariot and put the sun back in the sky, but sacrificed yourself in the process.
Yes. I fell to my death, and was saved by Helios. But this memory happened before I killed him. My evils were yet to come. What is the point?
That your legacy has always been a complicated one. That goodness is not a destination we arrive at, but a practice. Misfortune may drive anyone to darkness. We resist it only through wisdom and vigilance. You are not so unskillful now as you were then. Better voices in your head, you might call it. I think that's enough for now. You have much to contemplate.
Yes.
Back to the beach then.
You should be proud of your progress, Kratos. See you soon.
I'm not that proud.
It seems like you're making progress, whatever you're doing in there.
Perhaps.
Listen, I know I made you feel like we expected more of you than you could give. And I just want you to know, I'm not asking you to change how you are or who you are. We had to break the old world to build a new one. Picking up the pieces and putting them together stronger. It's a rare opportunity. You made a difference here. In some circles, a symbol of change. On many days, just knowing that you're a part of the Council is enough.
And other days?
You've earned a voice. How you use it is up to you.
Part 2. You're telling me there's more?
Sigrun, inside we encountered a son of Thor.
It wouldn't really be him in there, I can assure you. You have a memory of a past fight, and I'm sure Valhalla takes advantage.
But why him?
I don't think that's for me to say.
Well, something for us to ponder in between melees.
Back to my story.
I am listening.
So, there I was, Little Miss Brawl Magnet. If I wasn't starting the fight, I was the first one charging in to join it. Maybe it's something in the Asgard water, but seemed like there was always a fight to be had. I guess I needed the rush, something to keep me sharp, feeling alive. I was driven without fear or frankly much sense to hold me back. Got myself a bit of a reputation, and that ended up being a problem. This notorious bully I'd humiliated held on to a grudge and tried to track me down. Found out way too easily who I was and where I lived. Set out to teach me a lesson. We'll pick it up there when you progress further.
Oh.
A substitute daughter. A box full of evils. This one feels important.
This is your blacksmith story, isn't it? His girl was the key, and he died protecting her?
Protecting her from me. I opened that box seeking the means to kill Ares. And what I released.
Pretty much turned all the gods crazy. Thanks again for that.
Quiet head.
Unfortunate. The time I spend in my own
Quiet head.
Valhalla means you get more time with him.
Kratos, how well did you know the blacksmith's daughter?
Pandora. She reminded me of my own daughter, who I lost long ago.
I'm sorry, Kratos. Even at your most vengeful, you must not have wanted to see harm come to her.
Pandora was innocent. The way she saw things. She could reach me when few could. She deserved better than to be a pawn, sacrificed to the guild gods.
Your regret is palpable. But thank you for letting yourself remember. That is important.
Mimir, can you hear me? Has my voice broken through?
Sigrun? Yes! Hello! How are you talking to... How long have you been able
I
to hear?
haven't been listening to you. There's just something I needed to tell you. Valhalla is displeased with me. It wishes a penance of sorts. Trials to reforge my loyalty. I haven't decided what to do, but I hoped we could talk about it.
Aye, let's do. Next time we die, or Kratos gets a headache.
Okay. Oh, so I fight you again.
Time to die.
Oh, never mind, it's the other brother.
Now it's the other one.
Oh.
Ouch, brother.
Oh. What the fuck?
What good's a shield if you're not going to use it? Behind you! Come here!
Oh. Oh.
Surely there's some way to predict that grab.
Ooh.
Helios has returned.
Not to see you, bro.
All your righteous haranguing about how evil the gods are, somehow gloss over that little extra nudge you gave them.
Opening the box was Athena's plan. She did not know the consequences.
You would claim ignorance of the consequences of trusting Athena? Is that your idea of a joke, Kratos? Because I admit it's hilarious. But let's be real, Kratos. Whether you should have suspected the consequences or not, you certainly can't claim that you would have cared about them. You wanted the power to kill Ares. And because you wanted it, everything is justified. That's your moral code at the end of the day, isn't it? To imagine you once again
Enough
holding
of
an
this.
Ah. I shouldn't have opened that then. So that one, his eyes were glow. That. Okay. The last item.
Oh, how precious. I don't think you can be trusted to keep that safe at all. Pretty sure he agrees with me.
Kratos, you made it back. Good. I have one last weapon to show you. I think you'll enjoy it, if that's the word.
Another sword? Oh my god.
You lost focus, but you know that.
Oh my god.
Ready for more story?
Yes,
Go on.
I am.
So, the bully with a grudge. He comes to the inn in the dead of night, chucks a bottle of fire through the window, sets the whole place ablaze. The coward thought I was inside in bed, but luckily I was just getting home. I saw the flames shoot up and surround where my father was sleeping. Well, this wasn't going to be the day I started hesitating. I charged into the fire and dragged him out. Not unscathed exactly, either of us, but alive. And if I was too angry and fearless for my own good before, now, well, I charged right into that bastard's lair, me against his whole gang. Honestly, I had no business coming out of that alive. As it turned out, I came out of there with a job. But we'll get to that next time.
Oh my god, I gotta play more.
Secret. What's this about Valhalla questioning your loyalty? I thought everything was all right.
It is. For you are alive, and I am no longer in pain. But my transgression was not without consequences. Valhalla has penalized me. I could not enter now if I wanted to. In fact, I am not sure if it will welcome me in death.
What? That can't be right. No one's more worthy of Valhalla than you. You can't have sacrificed that for my sake. It's not fair.
There's no blame to place here. When you do what you know is right in your heart, the results are not always what you hope for. That doesn't mean it was the wrong decision. Now please, we've kept Kratos long enough from his journey. I insist. Go. We'll talk more.
If you insist. Glass key.
Ah, the key again.
We will talk later.
You said that last time, we never talked.
The more that Valhalla makes me revisit my misadventures with Oberon, the more like a dream it all seems. Which is ironic. Back then in my youth, I could hardly bear to sleep. Then, with time, I came to value a proper night's rest. In captivity, it was nearly the only escape I knew. And then the need to sleep went away completely. And I don't miss the town war. Damn it, brother. I do miss dreaming. The mind comes to terms with itself in ways only possible with your waking judgment out of the way. Our hidden desires, our anxieties. Like a bifrost window to what's going on in your soul.
And Valhalla does the same.
Aye. I don't think I realized how much I needed it.
I think I know why I fight Thor's sons.
Do tell.
Like Atreus, they were children of a destroyer. Had I not changed, had I raised him as I was raised, subject only to authority, perhaps his fate would have been no better than theirs.
So, they reflect a bad road not taken? A fate avoided?
Perhaps. I also feel pity. Failed by their father, sent to die by their uncle, and belittled in death by their grandfather. What chance did they ever have?
Am I hearing guilt?
Some. Perhaps imagining a fair fight is to honor them as life did not.
Mimir, I've been thinking a lot about the costs and risks of what Valhalla would put me through to affirm my loyalty. It's enough to make me question not my love of this place, but is it really what's most important? If I can't answer that, then perhaps I am not ready for such a decision.
Then you should take all the time you need. Absolutely. If Valhalla isn't what you truly need, then you have a rare opportunity to reassess your priorities.
I'm glad you agree.
You're not so tough.
That'll do it, brother!
Oh, okay, no, yeah, I'm dead. I was acting like I was not shit, now I'm dead. I mean, I do deserve that. Oh, give me that neck. Rip that bitch. Oh. Look at that, you're not so tough.
You need it.
Are you annoying ass motherfucker? Oh.
Brother, you've told me many times that mortals are killed when in the god's service. What is it about this boat captain?
It would have cost me nothing to show him mercy. His life was in my hands. To be so casually cruel. This man, nothing to me. And I treated his life as nothing. He was not a god who'd manipulated me nor bound me in service. I cannot hide behind my thirst for revenge. He was just a man, afraid for his life. Attacked and swallowed by a monster he had no hope of defeating. But the Hydra was just an animal. I showed him what a true monster looked like.
Sorry, brother, but maybe we reserve our talks for safe spaces.
Agreed.
Welcome back, Kratos. Now please provide a challenge, Kratos.
Would you care to hear more of my story?
You may speak.
If you remember, I had shunned my father's herbal medicine after it failed to save him. I left my village and moved to the city. I scraped and scrounged, managed to survive, and became an apprentice to a renowned mage healer. I soaked up everything I could from her, and I was a natural, it turns out. Shedding my father's legacy came easy. In fact, I'd acquired quite the distaste for it. I cut herbal medicine out of my life completely. It was this rigidness that would prove the biggest mistake of my life. But I'll stop there for now.
Sigrid, I wanted to tell you, Valhalla keeps sweeping me away to my own adventure in memory.
I wondered if it would. That's wonderful. What is it showing you?
Some particular events of my wayward youth. But they're in a loop of sorts. Not sure I've quite gleaned what it all amounts to.
Then you must do what you do in Valhalla. Keep going.
What's this purple thing?
A flute? Oh, will you play a song, brother?
It was my daughter's. But I will tell you of it later.
Mimir, I had a thought. What you said to me, that you didn't think you could give me what I needed.
Aye.
I'd been trying to figure out why you'd say such a thing. I know you don't say things without a reason, even if you don't know what it is at first. But I think I figured it out. It's not that there is anything lacking in you. It's that in the end, nobody can give me everything I need to be happy. Not even Valhalla. That's something I have to give myself. And to do that...
You need to find yourself. And we're saying that's what I meant all along? Clever, huh?
I'm sure you can see by now, Valhalla has a way of making you learn what you need to learn. Perhaps it does so with me. Even now. Making such demands so as to give me doubts. Long ago, I gave myself completely to love. And it destroyed my home and family. Then, I threw myself into the service of Valhalla and found a new family in my sister. But what if that's not where my story ends? It's time I finally found my path. Not because it may or may not be Valhalla's will, or Freya's, or yours, my dear, but my own.
Well said, love. The flute you found. You said it belonged to your daughter.
I carved it for her as a gift. She enjoyed playing and was skilled with it. There was a song she would play. One I used to remember every note of. But no longer.
Brother, if you mean to recount the story of the day you were tricked into killing your wife and daughter, you don't have to. You've told that story before. We know how it ends. You needn't relive it. That's not the story her flute brings to mind, is it?
No. Proceed.
Last thing I told you was that I'd become an apprentice to a mage healer of renown. I learned much from her. Not just about the healing arts, but about how to live a complete life. A whole life. True to yourself. She was like a mother to me, which made it all the more painful when she too fell ill. It was the same illness that had taken my father. But this time would be different. It was my chance to apply everything she taught me to try and save her. Anyway, I think that's a good place to pause my story.
I've come to a decision. At least for the time being, I'm going to step back from the price Valhalla has asked of me.
Good for you, Sigrun.
I think maybe it's time I traveled. Experienced these realms and the lands beyond, not as Valhalla's emissary, but as a person.
That's perfect. You've always dreamed of a grand sea voyage, seeing the world. Perhaps I could go with you. I've been told I'm a useful guide.
Perhaps. But let's not distract Kratos further.
I'm having a bit of a sinking feeling that Sigrun doesn't want me traveling with her.
You knew that before you asked.
Did I, brother?
You know the journey she seeks. It is the one you took, and I took. The kind that brings you to the tests you need. The kind you take alone.
It's true. I gave in to a weakness. Even now, there's some part of me that just wants to tell her how much I love her and beg her to stay. But that's bloody selfish. I need to do better than that.
Mimir, the day my family died was not the last time I saw Calliope. I had journeyed to the underworld to rescue Helios. When I arrived, I heard Calliope's song on the wind and found her in the fields of Elysium. It had been long since I felt such joy. But it was another trick of the gods.
It wasn't her.
Worse. It was. The goddess of the underworld wished to destroy all of creation. Elysium included.
I keep distracting you, don't I? Let's pick this up at a better time.
Well done, Kratos.
Oh my
Remember,
god.
it isn't supposed to be easy.
Mimir,
Sigrun?
about my journey. I need to take some time to understand who I am without wings and helms and missions, and without the lovely man with whom the timing has yet to work out.
Are you sure we couldn't discuss this face to face?
I wasn't sure I could say the words if I had to look at your face.
Just promise you'll let me see you off. I won't have you setting sail without my blessing. Not that you need it.
Of course.
Have you a blessing to offer her?
I'll be combing Valhalla for one.
Dear, when you came here long ago, was it for this same decision?
Not exactly. I was already god of war when I began the process. I was having a crisis of sorts. Doubting my abilities. Doubting I could live up to the way some promised. I was thinking of walking away. But then I learned of this place. I knew I owed it to myself, and to the Nine Realms, to take the challenge. To look within. And find my truth.
Lucky thing. Without you keeping Odin in check as long as you did, I can only imagine how much worse things might have turned out. Rather, the choice you were given? To stay in Elysium with your daughter only to perish? Sounds like no choice at all.
Of course it was a choice. One I wished many times I'd made differently.
How so?
When I left Greece, Calliope was never far from my mind. I do not know how much time we would have had together in Elysium, but I would have traded the decades that followed for mere hours with her. It took meeting Faye for that feeling to go away, along with Calliope's song. But I do still think of her in Elysium, and hope she found peace.
What did I... Come back soon, my friend.
Go on.
If you'll remember, my teacher had fallen ill. Everything she taught me, I poured into trying to save her. But it turned out mage healing wasn't enough. I realized that only a combination of mage healing and herbal traditions could save her. But I'd let my knowledge of the herbal arts fade away. And so, I failed her like I failed him. And she passed into Hell's embrace. It took a long time to get over that. Anyway, I'll stop here for now.
Welcome back, my friends. Any questions as you go?
I've one. We were told only those who had died could enter Valhalla. I don't ever recall hearing when you died.
A bit of a technicality, to be honest. It involved a workaround to regain the arm Ron bit off. Really only glancingly involved the underworld, but Valhalla seems to count it, I suppose.
Mimir, you asked me for his efforts to conquer Valhalla and the Valkyries with it. But was Valhalla not his creation, along with all of Asgard?
Well, he certainly liked people to think so. And Valhalla served his interests, even if he left the Valkyries to do their work. But in fact, Valhalla and the Order of Valkyries are a force more primordial than any he could hope to bend to his own personal loyalty. The pendant you found, brother. Do you recognize it? Does it have some significance?
Yes. It belonged to my wife.
It was Faye's.
No. My first wife, Lysandra.
Ah, I see. You know, brother, you've told me a great deal about your daughter, Calliope. But her mother is a bit of a mystery.
My thoughts on her are complicated. She was a good woman, and I loved her more than she knew. She saw in me possibilities I could not at the time. In that way, she and Faye were much alike.
Hello again, Kratos. Come on! Fight!
The right one's blowing! Right side, brother!
Defend yourself! Concentrate, Kratos! Fight! Arms up!
You gotta be a centaur. Hostile one it seems.
Be ready! Fight! Come on! Good reflexes. I'm impressed. Defend yourself. Stop, Kratos. I yield.
Hard fought.
Let's see what your mind has worked out. When the evils of the box were purged, what remained was hope, which you chose to release back to the world.
Yes. After everything, you came back full circle to sacrificing yourself.
My death would have been just, but it was not to be.
Yes, you lived, and hope still lived inside you, from that day to this one. One might say you brought hope back to these realms after a long slumber. Box or no box, Kratos. Hope and fear and love and hate exist in every one of us. The question is, which will you choose to let guide your actions? Each choice we make shapes our world.
I see the truth of it.
And?
I believe I am ready to walk through that door.
Excellent.
Wait, I'm finally done? Okay, I was quiet because I was fucking concentrating. Oh my god, it was such a pain in the ass. Alright, Tyr. What are you doing? Why are you just sitting right there? Okay, well, I'll go. Oh.
What can I say to you? I remember how it felt to take that throne. All that it meant. And all that it did not. A god of war. God of pain. Of suffering. Of destruction. And the one said I chase redemption that I know I can never deserve. What does that make me? God of fools. A god of... hope. When all else is lost. You lost everything. And everyone. You became... There is no forgiving you. You chose! I chose. But now, should I, this same man, should I sit, take, proclaim, lead, place myself in service? In service? Should I lose everything and everyone? There's to be enough left inside so that I do not become you. I do not know. But I have hope. You are cruel and arrogant and selfish. But you are more than that. You have always been more than what others saw. You are more than that.
he's gone.
Well, looks like I missed everything.
You did.
Did you find what you needed? Glad to hear it, brother. We're done here then, so, what now?
Now, I believe I would like to sit here for a while.
Oh shit, so that was actually all it. Oh, okay, this DLC was actually really nice. It was just a big pain in the ass. Damn, he finally just walks out the door instead of just waking up. God of Hope. Oh, I like the way that shit happened.
Well done, General. I had no doubt you would see this through to the end.
You had no doubt, but I did. I actually really did. I thought I was just gonna keep on knocked out dying.
Congratulations. I hope Valhalla gave you everything you needed.
It gave me a pretty badass cutscene, that's what it did.
Look who's returning from the front gate for once. Something must have happened in there.
A lot
I
has
take it
happened.
this is a good...
Oh, well, I didn't
I
let
will
you
join
finish.
you. I will try to be what the people need.
Good. I'm very pleased to hear that. And that you found what you needed here.
I could not have done so without my friends. I am grateful.
Valhalla is at your disposal, Kratos. If you have more you wish to work out, now or later, we will heed the call.
Brother, what is this boat exactly?
One of many ships on the Aegean Sea destroyed by a fleet sea serpent and plagued by fleet.
What was this inhospitable place?
Desert of Lost Souls, near the city of Athens. I crossed it in my search for Pandora's box.
Yeah, I guess I'm done. This is my last part.